Hi friends, this is Manikanta Prasanna Kumar. Welcome to my channel Maths with Money. You can follow me on my Facebook page Maths with Money. Regarding myself, I cleared RRB NTPC and also SSC CGL, and I have selected as Customs Inspector in CGL 2017. So friends, in this video we will revise all the formulas related to coordinate geometry. Coordinate geometry is another important topic for a CGL mains, and you may get 2 to 3 questions, minimum of 2 and maximum of 3 questions from coordinate geometry. Okay, so coordinate geometry is basically divided into 4 subtopics: points, lines, and triangles and quadrilaterals, and next is a system of equations. That's it. Okay, so we have different formulas in all these subtopics. First we'll start the coordinate geometry with points. If there are 2 points A and B with the coordinates x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, then the distance between these 2 points d is equal to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square. This is the distance between any 2 points. For suppose there is a point P x1 comma y1 in the first quadrant. Okay, the x coordinate represents distance from y axis. That means the point P is x1 units distant, from y axis. Okay, and it is x axis, and the y coordinate represents y1 units from the x axis. Please remember that. For suppose there is a point P3 comma 5. This 3 comma 5, 3 units distance from y axis and 5 units distance from x axis. And don't confuse with the 3 units from x axis and 5 units from y axis. Okay, 3 units from y axis and 5 units from x axis. Many of the people confused with this. And x coordinate is also called as abscissa and y coordinate is also called as ordinate. Next, when there are 2 points A and B, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. So we know that distance between the 2 points D, already discussed. And what is the slope of this line? Slope is always measured with the x-axis, positive x-axis, in anti-clockwise direction. For suppose if I extend this, okay, this angle theta, okay, then slope m is represented as a tan theta is equal to y2 minus y1, difference of y coordinates by difference of x coordinates. This is the distance between, this is the slope of line AB which is joined by 2 points. Next, we have section formula. That means if AB are 2 points with the coordinates x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, and if there is a point P which divides the AB line in the ratio of m is to n internally, then the coordinates of P is equal to mx2 plus nx1 by m plus n and my2 plus ny1 by m plus n. These are the coordinates of the P. For suppose there is a point Q which divides the line segment AB externally, then the coordinates of Q are mx2 minus nx1 by m minus n and my2 minus ny1 by m minus n. So these are the points of section points. Okay, one is internally divided and externally divided is point Q. If ratio is given, for suppose, okay, A, B are 2 points with coordinates x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2, and P is a point whose coordinates are x comma y. Okay, P divides AB in the ratio of m:n internally. Then you have to find the value of m:n. That m:n is equal to x1 minus x. x1 minus x is to x minus x2, which is same as y1 minus y is to y minus y2. That means if all the coordinates of A, P, B are given and you have to find the ratio in which the point P divides the line segment AB, then the direct formula is this. If you have x coordinates, follow this. If you have y coordinates, then follow this. In the exam, you may ask question like it's not about point, it's about axis. Okay. For suppose there is a line AB, x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2. Suppose it is an x-axis. Okay, x-axis. Now what is the question? X-axis divides the line segment AB in which ratio? In what ratio? That is direct formula. When x-axis is given, the ratio is minus y1 is to y2. Minus y1 is to y2. For suppose if y-axis divides the line segment in the ratio minus x1 is to x2. If x-axis given, minus of ratio of y coordinates. If y-axis is given, minus of ratio of x coordinates. Okay, that's it. Next thing is image of a point. Image of a point is very important from 2017 CGL exam onwards. Okay, you may get a question from image of point. Suppose there is a point Px1, y1 and you have to find out the image of this point with respect to origin or with respect to x-axis or with respect to y-axis or with respect to a line which is parallel to x-axis, that is x equal to which is parallel to y-axis, okay, or which is a line parallel to x-axis, that means y equal to some k constant. Okay, you may get these number of questions. Okay, with respect to origin is, it is the image. I'll directly write down the formulas. Okay, with respect to origin is minus of x1 comma minus y1. If point is this, then what about its image with respect to origin? Minus x1 comma minus y1. With respect to x-axis, when you take with respect to x-axis, x coordinate is constant, but you have to negate the y coordinate. With respect to y-axis is given, then x coordinate is different, that is minus of x1, and y coordinate is same. And with respect to a line parallel to y-axis, parallel to y-axis means the equation is x equal to k. Then x coordinate will change 2k minus x, where k is constant, and y1, 2k minus x1 comma y1. Whereas parallel to x-axis is given, the equation of a line parallel to x-axis, y equal to k, then the image of point is x1 comma 2k minus y1. Please remember these formulas, then you can directly put the options within seconds. Don't confuse, that is also very important. Next, collinear points. What is the definition of collinear points? If same or three or more points lie on the same line, then we call the points as collinear points. If ABC are collinear, then the first thing is slope of line AB is same as slope of line BC, which is also same as slope of AC. All their slopes are equal. And not only that, AB plus BC, the distances AB plus BC is always equal to AC. This is another condition that these 3 points are collinear. And the third one, that is also important. Third one is the triangle area whose vertices are ABC is 0. Area of triangle ABC should be 0 when the points are collinear. Okay, these are the main important things you have to remember in case of points in coordinate geometry. Is it clear? is lines. Okay, we have so many forms of equation of lines. Okay, so first thing is slope intercept form. Slope intercept form. Slope intercept form means we have a slope and we have intercept. This intercept is y-intercept. So first you have to know what is intercept. For suppose it is x-axis and it is y-axis. Okay, and if it is a line, this line definitely touches at x-axis at some point, at y-axis at some point. Yes, the point at which it cuts the x-axis is called as x-intercept. This is x-intercept. And the line which cuts the y-axis is called as y-intercept. This is y-intercept. Okay. So, in the slope intercept form, we have the equation of line is y equal to mx plus c, where m is slope of the line and c is y-intercept. C is y-intercept. So, in the exam, you have to find out the equation of line in which the slope is some 3 and y-intercept is some 5 is given. Then directly the equation of line is y equal to 3x plus 5. That's it. And the second one is intercept form. Intercept form. In the intercept form, the equation of line is x by a plus y by b equal to 1, where a is x-intercept and b is y-intercept. A is x-intercept and b is y-intercept. So based on the values given in the question, you have to take the which form is suitable for the given values. Okay. And next, slope point form. Slope point form, that means slope of the line is given and 2 points are given and you have to find the equation of line which connects those 2 points. Okay. Slope point form. It is equal to y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. Here only 1 point, like this, I'll tell you. Suppose you have to find out the equation of this line which passes through the point x1, y1 and it has a slope m. Then what is the equation of line? y2 minus y minus y minus y1 equal to m into x minus x1. If m is not given, but the angle in which the line, suppose theta is the angle with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, then m is equal to how much? Tan theta, that is the slope of the line, into x minus x1. Please remember, this theta is angle made by the positive x-axis. This is the positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. This, for suppose whenever this angle is given and you have to find out this angle, not to write down this angle. Suppose it is 135 is given, then how do you find out this angle? 180 minus 135, 45 degrees is correct answer. Okay, please remember that. Next form, fourth form is 2-point form. Whenever 2 points are given, 2-point form. That means a line joining 2 points. Then what is the equation of line? x2 minus x1 into y minus y1 equal to y2 minus y1 into x minus x1. This is the equation of line in 2-point form. And the fifth one is normal form. This normal form is also very, very important. For suppose, if it is a line, okay, and normal means perpendicular. Okay, basically normal means in mathematics perpendicular. If the perpendicular drawn from the origin to that line makes an angle of alpha with the positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction. So here alpha is the angle made by the perpendicular with positive x-axis in anti-clockwise direction, not this angle, it is theta. Okay, alpha is given and the perpendicular distance is p. Then what is the equation of this line? It is equal to x cos alpha plus y sin alpha equal to p. This is the equation of the line. Next, Last one, general form. In general, the equation of line is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Whenever in the exam some equation is given and you have to find out slope of this line, it is equal to minus a by b, minus of x coefficient by y coefficient. And second one is, if you want to find out x-intercept, of that line, put y equal to 0, then what is the value of x-intercept? Minus c by a. This is x-intercept. And what about y-intercept? To find out y-intercept, put x is equal to 0. If x is equal to 0, then what is the value of y? It is equal to minus c by b. Is it clear? Now I'll tell you some of the particular equations or equations of some particular lines. Equation of x-axis is y equal to 0. Equation of y-axis is x is equal to 0. Equation of a line parallel to x-axis and at a distance of k units from x-axis. What is the equation of line parallel to x-axis and k units from x-axis? It is y equal to k. Similarly, equation of line parallel to y-axis and k units from y-axis is x is equal to k. What is the equation of line? X is equal to k. So these are the equation of some particular lines, x-axis, y-axis and parallel lines, some parallel to x-axis and y-axis. Is it clear? Next, angle between the lines. For suppose these are two lines, L1 and L2. Okay. If the lines have slopes m1 and the second line has slope m2 and the acute angle between these two lines is theta, then tan theta equal to m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2 modulus. Since it is acute, tan value is always positive. Okay. If the lines are parallel, and whose slopes are m1 and m2, if the lines are parallel, then definitely m1 equal to m2. That means parallel lines have equal slopes. If the lines are perpendicular, one line slope is m1 and other line slope is m2, the condition for the lines to be perpendicular is m1 m2 equal to minus 1. Product of the slopes is minus 1. Is it clear? Next, two lines are given but the slopes of the lines are not given. What you have here, the L1, the equation of line L1 is in the general form a1x plus b1y plus c1 is 0, and the equation of L2 is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. And if theta is acute angle between them, then cos theta equal to a1 a2 product of x coefficients plus product of y coefficients b1 b2 under root a1 square plus b1 square into under root a2 square plus b2 square. It is the direct formula of cos theta when you have equation of the lines in general form. Okay, when the lines are parallel, the coefficients of x and coefficients of y are in proportion. If a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 and c1 by c2 are not equal to this, then the lines are parallel. Okay, if all are equal, a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, all the coefficients, corresponding coefficients are in same ratio, then the lines are coincident. That means they represent the same line only. And if a1 a2 product of the x coefficients plus product of the y coefficients is equal to 0, then the lines are perpendicular. Very, very important. And next, equation of a line which is parallel to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 is always in the form of ax plus by plus some k equal to 0. That means a line which is parallel to this line has same x coefficients and same y coefficients, only constant term will change. and equation of line which is a perpendicular to ax plus by plus c equal to 0 in the form of bx minus ay plus k equal to 0. That means coefficient of x and coefficient y will interchange and you will get minus. If you have plus, then you will get minus here. Definitely constant term will change. Is it clear? Next, angle between the lines, but here if you take a pair of straight lines means they passes through same point. Okay, for suppose these are 2 points, these are 2 pair of lines. 1 minute. Passing through origin pair of straight lines are important for our exam. Okay, that means homogeneous lines. Equation of pair of lines passing through origin is ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equal to 0. And angle between the pair of lines is theta, then tan theta equal to 2 into h square minus ab under root by a plus b modulus. Okay, please remember here what is a and b? They are the coefficients of x square and y square, and h is the half of the coefficient of xy. If a plus b is 0 or the sum of the coefficients of x square and y square is 0, then definitely the pair of straight lines are perpendicular. This is about pair of straight lines. Mostly till now no question is asked on pair of straight lines in SSC CGL, but you may get a question from these points also, from these topics also in future. Okay, that's why you have to revise this. Next, distance from point to the line. Suppose this is a line L whose equation is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. If there is a point P x1 comma y1, if I draw a perpendicular from the point to the line, then definitely it intersect at some point. Yes or no? For suppose some q equal to x2 comma y2. This point q is called as a foot of the perpendicular, and the distance is called as a perpendicular distance or length of the perpendicular. So now what is perpendicular distance? It is equal to the modulus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by under root a square plus b square. That means you have to substitute x1 y1 in place of x and y by under root a square plus b square. It is the perpendicular distance drawn from the point P to the line L. If suppose this point is origin, 0 comma 0, then these two will get cancelled. So the perpendicular distance drawn from the origin to the line is always equal to modulus of the c by under root a square plus b square. This is the perpendicular distance. Okay, and the equation of line is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, now I'll discuss what about points or coordinates of foot of the perpendicular and also image of the point. But before that, we have to discuss distance between two parallel lines. Suppose these are two parallel lines. Parallel lines are always in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0, and this parallel lines is also having same constants, so same coefficients of x and y of this. So ax plus by, but constant will change. The constant is for suppose d. Then what is the perpendicular distance, or what is the distance between these two parallel lines? Distance between the parallel lines equal to difference of the constants c minus d modulus by a square plus b square. It is another important formula, modulus of c minus d by under root a square plus b square. Okay. Next, foot of the perpendicular. Foot of the perpendicular and also image of a point with respect to a particular line. I already told you image of a point with respect to origin, x-axis, y-axis, and line parallel to x-axis and line parallel to y-axis. But I didn't tell you with respect to some line which is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. Okay, for suppose it is a line L, the equation of line is ax plus by plus c equal to 0. And for suppose this is a point P x1 comma y1. If I draw the perpendicular, it intersect at some point Q, and it is some h comma k. Q h comma k is foot of the perpendicular, okay? And if I extend this line, okay, up to Q, such that QP and some P, it is some R, QR, both are equal, then we call R as image of point P with respect to the line. Yes, for suppose the coordinates of R are alpha comma beta. Then what is R? It is image. R is image of P and Q is foot of the perpendicular. Okay, the coordinates of Q, h comma k equal to, I'll write down directly, x1 plus ap comma y1 plus bq, sorry bp, sorry not bq, bp. And what about r alpha comma beta? R alpha comma beta equal to x1 plus 2ap and y1 plus 2bp. Then what is p here? P means it is equal to minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square, not under root, a square plus b square. This is the value of P. Minus of, substitute the value of x1, y1 in the given line by a square plus b square. That's it. Okay. Next, in the lines, last thing is collinear lines. Collinear lines. Collinear line means if three or more lines intersect at one point, then the lines are said to be collinear. If the equation of lines are a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, then a3x plus b3y plus c3 equal to 0. If the equation of lines is this, then, so sorry, not it is collinear, sorry, it is concurrent. Sorry for the mistake, collinear points and concurrent lines. Okay, concurrent lines. When three lines are said to be concurrent, when det of a1, a2, a3 and b1, b2, b3 and c1, c2, c3, that is the det of all x coefficients, y coefficients and constant is 0, then the lines are said to be concurrent lines. Then the lines are said to be concurrent. This condition is very, very important because out of 9 variables, you will have 8 variables and you have to find out other variable if the lines are concurrent. Then using the det, you can easily find out. Okay. Next. ఫ్రెండ్స్ చిన్న బ్రేక్ అనుకోండి, ఇది ఏం లేదు, మీకు సర్కిల్స్ అనే కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది 20 వీడియోస్లో చెప్పడం జరిగింది అండ్ మొత్తం 22 hours అండ్ ద కాస్ట్ ఈస్ 200 rupees. సో దిస్ ఈస్ ద పెయిడ్ కోర్స్. సో మనం బేసిక్గా జామెట్రీ అండ్ 2D మెన్సురేషన్ ఫ్రమ్ పాయింట్ దట్ ఈస్ లైన్స్ అండ్ యాంగిల్స్ నుంచి పాలిగాన్స్ వరకు చాలా క్లియర్గా చెప్పడం జరిగింది. ఇన్ ద సేమ్ వే సర్కిల్స్ కూడా కవర్ చేశాను, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ పెయిడ్ కోర్స్. అండ్ మనం దాంట్లో ఎన్ని ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ కవర్ చేసాము అనేది చూసుకుంటే, సో చూడండి మనకి ప్రతి కాన్సెప్ట్ కూడాను ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్, అలానే 2011-18 to 18 CGL మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ కూడా డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది టాపిక్ వైస్. ఓకే, సో 29 క్వశ్చన్స్, 40, 43, 56, టోటల్ 168 క్వశ్చన్స్ దాకా చెప్పాం అండ్ టోటల్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ అవర్స్ ఇస్ 22 hours. సో మీకు ఇక్కడ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చెప్పే ముందు ప్రతి టాపిక్ కూడా ఫుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది క్రిస్టల్ క్లియర్గా. ఓకేనా? సో మీకు ఈ మొత్తం వీడియో కోర్సెస్తో కావాలి అంటే 200 rupees. అలా కాదు, ఓన్లీ ఈ క్వశ్చన్స్కి సంబంధించిన PDF కావాలి అంటే ఇట్ ఈజ్ ఓన్లీ 40 rupees. ఓకేనా? టోటల్ 166 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ విత్ కీ మాత్రమే ఉంటుంది. నో సొల్యూషన్స్ ఆర్ ప్రొవైడెడ్ విత్ దిస్. కీ విల్ బి దేర్. The practice problems and also CGL mains questions on these particular topics. Okay, ఈ కోర్స్ మీరు తీసుకోవాలి అనుకునే ముందు మీకు డెమో వీడియోస్ అనేవి 3 ఉంటాయి. ఓకేనా? వన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ పర్పెండిక్యులర్ కార్డ్స్ అండ్ అనదర్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ సీకెంట్స్ అండ్ అనదర్ వన్ ఈజ్ ఆన్ పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిట్స్. ఓకేనా? ఈ 3 డెమో వీడియోస్ చూడండి, చూసాకే తీసుకోండి. ప్రతి టాపిక్ కూడా లైక్ దిస్ చూడండి. మీకు సర్కిల్స్ బేసిక్స్ తీసుకున్నారనుకోండి, ప్రతి దాని మీద కూడా మీకు 4 వీడియోస్ ఉంటాయి. పార్ట్ 1, పార్ట్ 2, పార్ట్ 3, పార్ట్ 4. ఏంటేంటి అంటే ప్రాపర్టీస్ అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది, అండ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అనేది 1 or 2 వీడియోస్ లో ఉంటుంది, అండ్ ఫోర్త్ వన్ అండ్ లాస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ప్రీవియస్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. అలానే మనం ప్రతి టాపిక్ కూడా చెప్తాం, కార్డ్స్ కానీ అదర్వైజ్ ఇన్ టాంజెంట్స్ అండ్ సీకెంట్స్ లో కానీ. ఓకే, అండ్ పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్, మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ టాపిక్ ఇన్ సర్కిల్స్ ఈజ్ పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్. అందువల్ల మనం పెయిర్ ఆఫ్ సర్కిల్స్ కే మనం కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పడానికి 3 వీడియోస్ లో నేను చెప్పాను. ఓకే, అండ్ ఫర్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చూసుకునేసరికి 2 వీడియోస్ ఫర్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ 2 వీడియోస్ ఫర్ ప్రీవియస్ క్వశ్చన్స్. ఇలా మనం మొత్తం కూడా డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో ఎవరైతే ఈ సర్కిల్స్ కోర్స్ తీసుకోవాలనుకుంటున్నారో వాళ్ళు ఎలా పర్చేజ్ చేయాలి అంటే గూగుల్ పే కానీ అదర్వైజ్ ఫోన్ పే కానీ. ఓకే, నెంబర్ అనేది 9490882754. ఈ నెంబర్కి మీరు ఆ అమౌంట్ పర్చేజ్ చేస్తే 200 రూపీస్ ఫర్ కోర్స్ అండ్ 40 రూపీస్ ఫర్ పీడిఎఫ్. ఆ పీడిఎఫ్ అనేది ఆటోమేటిక్గా కోర్స్ తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళకి ఇస్తాం. ఓకేనా, మీరు ఓన్లీ పీడిఎఫ్ కావాలి అంటే 40 రూపీస్ పే చేయండి, అదర్వైజ్ లేదు మా కోర్స్ కావాలంటే కోర్స్లోని ఆల్రెడీ పీడిఎఫ్ అనేది ఇంక్లూడ్ అవుతుంది. ఓకేనా, అండ్ ఈ కోర్స్ పర్చేజ్ చేసే వాళ్ళు అంటే వీడియో కోర్స్ పర్చేజ్ చేసే వాళ్ళు మాత్రం ఖచ్చితంగా మీ మెయిల్ ఐడి అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఈ నెంబర్కి వాట్సాప్ చేయాలి. సో ఆ మెయిల్ ఐడిని యాడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది, దెన్ ఓన్లీ యూ కెన్ వాచ్ దోస్ వీడియోస్. ఓకేనా, సో నౌ విల్ గో టు ది మెయిన్ వీడియో. Next is triangles and quadrilaterals. Okay, suppose there is a triangle ABC with coordinates x1 comma y1, x2 comma y2 and x3 comma y3. Okay, then first point is centroid of triangle ABC. Centroid, the coordinates of centroid are equal to the mean of x coordinates and mean of y coordinates, that is x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. Okay, second point, incenter, coordinates of incenter. Suppose the sides of the triangle are A, B and C, then the coordinates of incenter are A x1 plus B x2 plus C x3 by A plus B plus C and A y1 plus B y2 plus C y3 by B A plus B plus C, where A, B, C are the sides of the triangle. Okay, lengths of the sides of the triangle. And next, third point, which is very important, third point is area of triangle ABC. We have so many formulas to find out area of triangle ABC, but I'll tell you only one formula which is very easy to find out area is of into modulus of x1 minus x, not modulus, det of x1 minus x2 and x1 minus x3, y1 minus y2, y1 minus y3. You have to take the total modulus of this because our area is always positive. Okay, please remember determinant of 2 by 2 matrix is very much simpler compared to determinant of 3 by 3 matrix. We have another formula to find out the area of triangle ABC in 3 by 3 det, but that is somewhat complexer than this. That's why I told you this formula. Please remember this. Okay, next, another thing, a particular model you may get in SSC CGL. If ABC are vertices of the triangle and DEF are the midpoints of the sides. Okay, DEF are the midpoints of the sides. If the coordinates of DEF, that is if it is alpha 1 comma beta 1 and it is alpha 2 comma beta 2 and it is alpha 3 comma beta 3. So first thing, when the coordinates of the midpoints of the sides is given and you have to find out the vertices of the triangle, that is ABC. How do you find out A? A is equal to E plus F minus D. A, from the vertex A, what are the adjacent sides AB and AC? On AB and AC, what are the midpoints? E and F. So you have to add E and F minus what is the midpoint which is opposite to A, D. You have to subtract D. That means E plus F minus D means the coordinates of A are equal to alpha 2 plus alpha 3 minus alpha 1 comma and beta 2. If I take Y coordinates, beta 2 plus beta 3 minus beta 1. Can you tell me similarly the values of B and C? Second, the coordinates of B are B means D plus F minus E. D plus F minus E. That means alpha 1 plus alpha 3 minus alpha 2 comma beta 1 plus beta 3 minus beta 2. Similarly, what are the coordinates of C? Vertex C. D plus E minus F. That means alpha 1 plus alpha 2 minus alpha 3 and beta 1 plus beta 2 minus beta 3. So please remember these values when you have midpoints and you have to find out the vertices directly. Okay. Next, quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals in coordinate geometry. First, suppose this is a quadrilateral A, B, C, D. And the coordinates of A are x1, y1, B is x2, y2, and C is x3, y3, and D is x4, comma, y4. Are the vertices of the quadrilateral. Then what is the area of this quadrilateral? Area of the quadrilateral ABCD. So most of the people will think that find the area of triangle ABC and find the area of triangle ACD using those formulas, and addition of those two gives you area of the quadrilateral. But it took time. That's why I'll tell you direct formula. It is equal to of det of x1 minus x3 odd numbers, x2 minus x4 even numbers, y1 minus y3 and y2 minus y4. So det of 2 by 2 matrix, which is very simple, and you have to take the modulus of those. Why? Because area is always positive. This is the direct formula. Okay. Next, if ABCD are the vertices of a parallelogram or rhombus or rectangle or square, whatever it may be, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus or square, then sum of the adjacent vertices are equal. That means coordinates of A plus C is equal to B plus D. For suppose the coordinates of A are x1 comma y1 and B is x2 comma y2 and C is x3 comma y3 and D is x4 comma y4. Then sum of the coordinates A plus C, it implies x1 plus x3 comma y1 plus y3 coordinates equal to x2 plus x4 comma y2 plus y4. So in the exam you may have 3 vertices and you have to find out the 4th vertex in parallelogram or in rectangle or in rhombus, whatever it may be. Then substitute the values of x1, x2, x3 and find out the value of x4. Because the corresponding coordinates x1 plus x3 equal to x2 plus x4 and y1 plus y3 equal to y2 plus y4. From these two equations you can find out the 4th vertex. Okay, this is another important thing in quadrilaterals. Next, area enclosed by the line with the coordinate axis. For suppose these are the coordinate axis positive x and y and it is the line. The line is in the form of ax plus by plus c equal to 0. And you have to find out the area of the region bounded by the line with the x-axis and y-axis. E area find out. How much? This area equal to of modulus of c square by ab. That's it. Of c square by ab. For suppose there are two lines. L1 is a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0. And this line L2 is a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. And you have to find out the area enclosed by these two lines with x-axis and y-axis. This area you have to find out this area. It is equal to of modulus of c square by a2 b2 minus c square by a1 b1. C square by a2 b2, c square by a1 b1. Here bigger line is a1 b1, na? So you can write down here like this. 1 minute. a1 b1 and minus c square a2 b2. Okay. So since you can take any one because you have to apply the modulus after that. Okay. This is another important thing. And one more important formula I have to tell you. Area enclosed by the curve mod x plus y. Mod x, it is not determinant, it is modulus xl right here. Mod x plus y equal to k, or x plus mod y equal to k, or mod x plus mod y equal to k. If mod x plus y only one modulus is there, then area enclosed by this curve is k square. Here also only one modulus, so only k square. What about here? Two modulus are there, so 2k square is the area enclosed by the curve. That's it. Okay, these formulas are also very important. From past few years, SSC was also asked some questions on circles in regarding coordinate geometry. Okay, so some 2 points are required to solve those problems. Okay, that's it. The first thing is you have to remember the general equation of circle is in the form of ax square plus ay square, ax square plus ay square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Okay, this is the general equation of circle. So if the equation of circle is given and you have 2 points, one is the center of the circle. The center of the circles is minus g by a. The coordinates of the center of circle is minus g by a and a minus f by b. And the radius of the circle is g square plus f square minus c under root by modulus of a. Please remember the coefficient of x is 2g and coefficient of y is 2f. But here you have to take g and f, here also g and f. This is one point you have to remember in case of circles. And the second point is equation of the circle with center as x1 comma y1 and radius is r and radius is some r. So radius is given and coordinates of center is given, and you have to find out the equation of circle, that is x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to r square. This is another point you have to remember. Okay. Third point is equation of circle with x1 comma y1 and x2 comma y2 as endpoints of the diameter. For suppose this is the circle and the endpoints of the circle are diameter of the circle are x1 y1 and x2 comma y2. And what you have to find out? You have to find out the equation of the circle with these r as endpoints is equal to x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus y minus y1 into y minus y2 equal to 0. This is the equation of the circle with these 2 points are as ends of the diameter. From in CHSL and CGL mains exam also, definitely you will get a question from these 3 points on circles. Is it clear? Friends, again a small break. So circles lane manam mensuration 3D paid course kuda cheppadam jarigindi. So total 3D mensuration every topics chusara ikkada manaki prisms nunchi removal of earth prati topic wise ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్తూ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అలానే CGL 2011 టు మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్ అలాంటివి డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది. సో ఓవరాల్ గా ఇది మనకి 40 వీడియోస్ లో చెప్పడం జరిగింది, 44 వీడియోస్ అండ్ 44 hours. ఓకే, అండ్ టోటల్ కాస్ట్ ఈస్ 500 రూపీస్. సో మొత్తం ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎన్ని డిస్కస్ చేసామంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ కాకుండా 323 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అనేవి డిస్కస్ చేయడం జరిగింది. సో ఇప్పుడు ఈ 323 ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ పీడిఎఫ్ మాత్రమే కావాలనుకుంటే దిస్ కాస్ట్ అబౌట్ 50 రూపీస్. అంటే మీకు ఓన్లీ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ఆ పీడిఎఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ విత్ కీ, ఓన్లీ కీ మాత్రమే ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది, సొల్యూషన్స్ కాదు. ఓకేనా, ఇవన్నీ కూడా టాపిక్ వైజ్ చెప్తున్నాం. అలానే మీకు టాపిక్ వైజ్ సెగ్రిగేట్ చేసి ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. అలా కాదు మీరు కోర్స్ తీసుకోవాలంటే 500 రూపీస్. అండ్ చూడండి, ఈ కోర్స్ తీసుకునే ముందు మీకు 11 డెమో వీడియోస్ ఉన్నాయి. పిరమిడ్ ఫార్మ్డ్ బై కటింగ్ ఆఫ్ క్యూబ్ అండ్ సిలిండర్స్ లో 2D to 3D ట్రాన్స్ఫర్మేషన్ and largest sphere inscribed in a tetrahedron, cone formed by folding of a sector, and largest sphere inscribed in a cone inscribed in a cylinder, largest cone inscribed in a sphere, and cutting of sphere, and last three are cuboid and cube in a hemisphere, and pyramid or cone drilled from a solid figure, and volume of the water that can just immerse the ball. These are the 11 demo videos I am providing you for free. ఈ వీడియోస్ అన్నీ కూడా మనకి మెయిన్ కోర్సులో కూడా చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఈ వీడియోస్ చూసి మీకు 3D మెన్సురేషన్ అవసరమా, లేకపోతే ఈ లెవెల్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ మీకు తెలియవు అనుకున్నా కూడా ఖచ్చితంగా కోర్స్ తీసుకోవచ్చు. ఓకేనా, ఈ కోర్సులోని ప్రతి టాపిక్కి అంటే సబ్ టాపిక్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో వాటిలో 4 వీడియోస్ అనేవి ఉంటాయి. ఒకటి ఫుల్ కాన్సెప్ట్, దానికి సంబంధించిన కాన్సెప్ట్. ఇన్స్క్రైబింగ్ ఫిగర్స్, దిస్ ఈస్ ద మోస్ట్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ నౌడేస్ 3D మెన్సురేషన్ లో. ప్రతి టాపిక్ కి చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అంటే ప్రాక్టీస్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అండ్ ప్రీవియస్ మెయిన్స్ క్వశ్చన్స్, ఇలా 4 వీడియోస్ గా ప్రతిదీ చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఫర్ సపోజ్ దట్ కాన్సెప్ట్ ఈజ్ మోర్, ఎక్కువ టైం తీసుకుంటుంది అంటే కాన్సెప్ట్ ని మళ్ళీ 2 వీడియోస్ లో చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. ఇలా ప్రిజమ్స్ కి, అంతేకాకుండా క్యూబాయిడ్స్ కి, క్యూబ్స్ కి, నెక్స్ట్ సిలిండర్స్ అనేది కొంచెం లెందీ టాపిక్ కాబట్టి ఇట్ టుక్ 7 వీడియోస్. అండ్ పిరమిడ్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో కోన్స్ కూడా కొంచెం లెందీ టాపిక్. అండ్ నెక్స్ట్ స్పియర్స్ అండ్ హెమిస్పియర్స్ అండ్ ఆల్సో ఎక్స్ట్రా టాపిక్స్. అవి కాకుండా మనకి ఇలా ఎక్స్ట్రా టాపిక్స్ ఉంటాయి, రిమూవల్ ఆఫ్ సాలిడ్ ఫిగర్ అండ్ రేట్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్లో అండ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ ఇన్ వాటర్ లెవెల్ అండ్ ఫిల్లింగ్ ఆఫ్ ల్యాండ్ ఆర్ సాయిల్ టేకెన్ ఫ్రమ్ ది సమ్వేర్. ఓకే, సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకి ఎక్స్ట్రా టాపిక్స్ కింద ఉంటాయి. టోటల్ 44 పార్ట్స్ 44 వీడియోస్ లో మనం చెప్పడం జరిగింది. సో కాబట్టి ఎవరైతే ఈ 3D మెన్సురేషన్ డౌట్ ఉందో వాళ్ళకి బేసిక్స్ నుంచి ఫుల్ లెంత్ కాన్సెప్ట్ అనేది చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది. కాబట్టి ఈ కోర్స్ ఖచ్చితంగా యూజ్ అవుతుంది. అండ్ ద టోటల్ కాస్ట్ ఈస్ జస్ట్ 500 రూపీస్. పీడిఎఫ్ మాత్రమే కావాలంటే 50 రూపీస్. ఈ 500 రూపీస్ కోర్స్ తీసుకున్న వాళ్ళకి 50 రూపీస్ పీడిఎఫ్ అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఇవ్వడం జరుగుతుంది. ఓకే, ఎలా మీరు పర్చేజ్ చేయాలంటే లైక్ సర్కిల్స్ కోర్స్ లానే ఫోన్ పే కానీ గూగుల్ పే కానీ ఏ నెంబర్కి చేయాలమ్మా, సేమ్ నెంబర్ 9490882754 కింద స్క్రోల్ అవుతున్న నెంబర్ కూడా ఇదే. ఈ నెంబర్కి మీరు అమౌంట్ పే చేసి ఆ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ని ఈ నెంబర్కి వాట్సాప్ చేయండి. అలానే మీ మెయిల్ ఐడి అనేది ఖచ్చితంగా ఇవ్వాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఓకేనా, సో మీకు మెన్సురేషన్ 3D అనేది చాలా చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్, ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ యూ ఆర్ ప్రిపేరింగ్ ఫర్ డిఓ మెయిన్స్ ఆర్ ఎస్ఎస్సి సిజిఎల్. Okay, now we'll go to the main video. Last topic in coordinate geometry is system of equations. Definitely you will get a question from system of equations. So I'll just draw some tree diagram. Okay, you can easily remember. System of equations, based on two things we can tell which type of system it is. The two types of system is, one is a consistent system and another one is inconsistent system. Okay, consistent means it has a solution. If solution is exists, then the system is considered as consistent. If there is no solution, then we can say that the lines are inconsistent. Okay, in lines, how can we say that there is a solution and how can we say that there is no solution? Suppose there are two lines intersecting at some point. Definitely the point of intersection is called a solution of the line. So in intersecting lines, how many solutions can exist? Only one solution. If I take parallel lines, if two lines are parallel, then they never intersect. If they doesn't intersect, then they doesn't have any solution. No solution in case of parallel lines. Okay, when you talk about coincident lines, suppose it is one line and there is another line which is same as the given line, then what about the solution? Each and every point of first line lies on the second line. That means infinite solutions exist in coincident lines. So that's why based on the system of the equations given lines, we can tell how many solutions can exist. Okay, so that's why consistent means solution exists. How many solution? Maybe one or infinite. No solution means there are zero solutions. Solution cannot exist. Okay, so one solution means they are intersecting lines, infinite means they are coincident lines, zero means they are parallel lines. Okay, in intersecting lines, what are the conditions? For suppose there are two lines a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0. When we can say that these two lines are intersecting, a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 are not equal, then we call the lines as intersecting lines. When we can say that infinite solutions, that means coincident lines, all the ratios are equal, that is a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 and c1 by c2 are equal. When the lines are said to be parallel, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 but not equal to c1 by c2. These conditions are important for your exam. Okay, you may get a question like this: 2x plus 4y plus 5 equal to 0 and 4x plus 8y plus 9 equal to 0. Okay, then find the system of equations or find how many solutions can exist for this type. He may ask a question like this. Then first what you have to do, you have to take the ratio of all the coefficients: 2 by 4, 1 by 2, 4 by 8, 1 by 2, 5 by 9. So first two ratios are equal and last ratio is not equal. That means it represents parallel lines. So no solutions, no solution. And which type of system it is? Inconsistent system. So you may get a question like this. So that's why system of equations is another important topic in coordinate geometry. Okay, so with this I'll complete all the formulas of coordinate geometry. If any of you doesn't revise all these formulas, please revise remaining topics also. Definitely they will help you in the main exam. All the best for your exam and thank you very much. Jai Hind. Thank you very much, friends. All the best for your exams. And for more PDFs, follow my blogs. One is iasmathematics.blogspot.com, and in this blogspot you will get PDFs for arithmetic. So arithmetic సంబంధించి ప్రతి టాపిక్ కి కూడా మీకు క్వశ్చన్స్ విత్ సొల్యూషన్స్, రిటర్న్ సొల్యూషన్స్ అనేవి ప్రొవైడ్ చేయడం జరుగుతుంది and all PDFs are free. And another blog is sscpuremaths.blogspot.com. So in this blog you will get pure maths related PDFs. ఓకే, సో కాబట్టి ఈ టూ బ్లాగ్స్ అనేవి ఒకసారి విజిట్ చేయండి, పీడిఎఫ్స్ ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకుని ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. అండ్ దోస్ ఆర్ సఫిషియంట్ ఫర్ నార్మల్ లెవెల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్, అంటే లైక్ ఎస్ఎస్సి సిహెచ్ఎస్ఎల్ కానీ ఆర్ఆర్బి ఎన్టీపీసీ ఇలాంటి చిన్న లెవెల్ ఎగ్జామ్స్కి ఖచ్చితంగా సరిపోతాయి. బట్ ఎస్ఎస్సి సిజిఎల్ మెయిన్స్ ఆర్ డిఏఓ మెయిన్స్ ఆర్ ఎస్ఐ అండ్ కానిస్టేబుల్ మాత్రం యూ హ్యావ్ టు వాచ్ మై వీడియోస్ ఫుల్ అండ్ ఆల్సో పర్చేజ్ సమ్ కోర్సెస్ ఆల్సో. థ్యాంక్ యూ, హ్యావ్ ఎ గుడ్ డే. జై హింద్.